Does the bottom of your door look like this? Let's learn how to fix it. So if the bottom of your door is leaving a gap like this, it's going to allow all kinds of bad things like bugs to get in, or weather like rain, or even heat, and let your air conditioning try to cool the outside. Obviously, we don't want any of these things, so the first thing we need to do to fix it is take off the door. There's two main ways to take off your door. You can use the pins that are in the hinges to take that out on all three to take the door off, or you can simply unscrew the hinges and take it off that way. It's gonna be a lot easier if you have a partner or somebody who can help, but it is doable by yourself. Next, it's gonna be nice if you have somewhere to put it down, like a table that you can operate on to be able to get to the bottom of the door. And the first thing you need to do is pull off the old door bottom. Now, in this video, we have the type that has two fins that go into two slots on the bottom of the door, which is usually made out of metal, whereas the rest of the door may be made out of wood or other material. So that kind we're going to be putting in, and you can see it on the old one here that we took out. There's two fins there, two different sets of splines that go up into the door that we're going to fix the new one on with. And to take this one out, you simply need to pry those back out of the slot, out of the door. That's not the only kind though. If you don't have slots on the bottom of yours when you pull it off, then there is a kind without any splines, just like this. And you can either glue and or nail or otherwise fix this to the bottom of a door, or you may be able to put it on a larger door that this doesn't typically fit. We've seen that before as well. And there's also an option to go the sweep that is like this style. This style of sweep will cover the bottom of the door, maybe 3/4 of an inch or so, and it's affixed with a couple of nails or screws through these slots to hold it on the door, and of course you'll still end up trimming it down to size. So there's lots of different kinds, but in this one we're going to be using the double spline, which we believe is the most common on the doors. Let us know in the comments if you've got a different kind that we didn't cover, and we'll cover that in a future video. So when you're installing one of these, you want to make sure that the side with the styrofoam goes on the front of the door. An easy way then would be to check which side your deadbolt is on before you install it and cause yourself a lot of unnecessary pain. Most of these are going to come just a little bit longer than you need them, and that's by design because not every door is going to be the same, so you can trim it to size after you install it. The most important thing here is going to be to work from one end to the other. Make sure that you're putting it in. You don't want to do one side and then do the other side because you need to make sure there's no pressure keeping the middle from going in. So make sure you work from one end all the way to the other. No matter what technique you're using, you're probably going to have some difficulty getting it in there. So another thing you can do is use heat to try and soften up the splines until eventually you can get it in there and it's mostly going to be okay. It's probably going to be hard to get it perfect, but after you get it in there, just trim it down to size with scissors or a knife, and then it's simply time to rehang your door. It's generally going to be easier, again, if you have two people, and we also recommend putting at least one large screw, if there's not one already, through these hinges so that you can reach into that door jamb and just provide a little extra security. Now the bottom of your door should be a lot tighter and a lot more insulated. Of course, the last step is going to be to test it and make sure that it works, both closing and opening. And there you have it. Now you've got a properly insulated and fixed door, and that's how you do it in 5 minutes. Well, at least 5 minutes of video time. But let us know down in the comments any trouble that you have installing a door threshold. Feel free to share anything that you have, and we'll try our best to answer any questions that you have. If you found this video helpful or valuable and had good information, will you please subscribe and let us know so that we can continue to make awesome content for you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.